Hello, Andy. This is Colin. I won't be able to get in tonight. I'm sweating like a pig. I'm sweating like a pig.
Hi, David here, One Up Gaming. Gonna be continuing what we've been playing this week, and this is from the 333rd podcast. One Up Gaming, check out the website. Just go to www.oneupgaming.co.uk. Oh, my nose dribbling. Very, very nice, I know. Anyway, first up, Everybody's Tennis for the PS2. Now, this is back in the day when I think it's like Hot Shots Tennis and Everybody's Tennis. Same game, it's just that one's like the American name, one's the European name. And they're very similar to the games that Camelot sort of made for Nintendo, for like the Mario Golf, Mario Tennis sort of games. Arcadey, fast-paced sort of games. Now this one's okay, it's not as good as the Mario Tennis sort of games, but again, it's PS2, it's a nice, fast-paced arcade game. Graphically, it doesn't look as good as what you remember. I remember it looking like really nice, really sharp, but it looked very, very muted. So I wasn't massively impressed with this game. Yeah. Anyway. Snow Motor Racing Freedom. Now this is from the Aqua Motor Racing Utopia developers. Zordix? I think it's Zordix? Zordix? Yeah, Zordix, something like that. Yeah, it's like a wizardy hat, I think. Oh, I'm gonna get well out of my depth now. Anyway, this one is on snowmobiles instead of on water, and it's like more point-to-point racing, so you have to, there's like points on the map that you have to go through the gates a certain direction. So when you're racing, you just have like points on the map of interest, and you have to go through these sort of gates within a certain time and in a certain order to actually qualify and keep going. Technically speaking, it's okay. It's just the graphical style of the game. Again, it looks like a PS2 game that's been high-resed up. So, it's very sharp, it's very clean, it's very neat. But, the game itself looks very low definition. It just doesn't seem to have got the texture packs at the high enough resolution. It just looks a little bit simple, a little bit basic. The handling can be a bit hit and miss. Sometimes it plays well, and other times it just like spins out of control. But yeah, I don't know. So, next game that we played was Everybody's Golf for the PS1. Now, again, very similar to Everybody's Tennis and Hot Shots Golf and Hot Shots Tennis. It's an arcadey golf game where when you get the meter right, it just goes nice shot and it goes boom. It's a really nice game. It's for the PS1, so you can imagine it's about 30-year-old now. Well, I say 30-year-old, 25-year-old? I can't do time. Time is completely out of the question for me. But for the PS1, graphically it looks nice. It all runs well. It's those early 3D games with like the 2D trees and stuff, so it's nice. It's a good little game. It's a good history to go back to see these sort of games. I should really start to try and breathe properly.
Rocket to the sky, you get on a rocket.
But anyway, next up, Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. Now, again, I'm playing a lot of the old PS1 sort of games here. If anyone can remember this game, it was one of the early sort of games where it was the cinematic platform game, I believe it's called. So like the original Prince of Persia, like the Flashback, like the Out of This World, Another World, all those sort of games. Very stilted, very nicely animated sort of platform games, side-on. And I don't think it's even like a platform where the camera pans with you. It's like a still screen. You know, it's like every single... When you walk off the screen, it loads up a whole new screen. But it's got nice mechanics on this one. Take over enemies, make them explode, fart, burp, follow me, all these sort of things. And the Abe himself is a bona fide classic. Oddworld Inhabitants, I believe they were trying to make like these into movies, which I could see why they would try. It'd make a very good Disney style animated movie. And yeah, I just don't know why especially nowadays where everyone's making movies from games. And there's been a lot of the Oddworld games, so I'm sure there'd be some interest in there. But the game, it's very grainy now. It is very, very grainy. I think the backgrounds used a bit of like live action sort of movie footage sort of thing. And it just looks very grainy, very pixelated now. Another game. Another game, Astro's Playroom. Now this game, it's like included with every PlayStation 5. It's like a little platform demo history sort of thing for the PlayStation. So you're playing platform game and you unlock things, so you get the PS1 that you can have a look around in full 3D, the PS2, the PS3, the PSVR, all these sort of things you can actually look at in full 3D and look around. And the basic gameplay of the game is a nice, simple platform game, and it looks amazing. It really does look nice and crisp. So I'd say it's a really good little game. If you have a PS5, just download it and play it. It's free. It's included with the system. It's a nice starter point. It shows you how to use some of the trigger stuff and things like that. So that's nice. Chained Echoes. Now, I've never been a big fan of RPGs, and then these games that are made now that are supposed to be like the Super Nintendo sort of like role-playing games, I like these even less. Because back then, that was cutting edge, it was amazing. Now, it looks very simple, there's no voiceover dialogue, which that kills it for me. For me, it's like I can't be bothered to sit and read all the text. I'd rather be able to put the pad down, quickly check emails or something on my phone, while I can hear someone talking the story through to me. That might just be me being an ass, but I'm an ass. Alright, fine. But you get what I mean. That's just weird. But it looks very simple, very cutesy, very squat little characters, very pixelated art. What more do you need to know? I didn't really get that far into it to see the battle system. I mean, even on a lot of these games, I just go to attack, 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 and if it doesn't work, I just go to magic, 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 and see what happens. And the last game that I played this week was Ghost of Tsushima. This is why I never wanted to buy this game. I can't pronounce shit. But I think it was made by Sucker Punch. Was it Sucker Punch? Oh no, that wasn't that the... That might have been the Days Gone. Was this just Studio Japan? I don't know. Anyway, it looks fantastic. The art style is amazing, the graphics are amazing, everything looks absolutely stunning. I love the training level where you're fighting like in a ringed sort of dojo in the open with all the leaves, so when you're fighting all the leaves get brushed up with the wind and everything. It looks brilliant. I like the fact that it's a very simple game to play, it's not very complex. It's not exactly the most deep combat system, but I do like the game. It gripped me, the story was really there, it got me going. So that's the games we've been playing this week. Just to mention that we have an Evercade EXP review on the website now, so just go on to the website, have a look, and it'll be on there. Nice little machine, very cheap, very tacky, but it's a nice machine. We've also got our gameplay series. So we have our Gran Turismo series. We've just launched our new OUG's Fantasy League, because I just downloaded the Football Manager 23 mobile on my tablet. So we're gonna try and get that as a weekly series now. See if I can get. I created my own one-up gaming team. I took over Darlington in the Vanarama North. So we'll see how far we can get up the leagues. I'm not going to really buy or sell players. I'm just going to keep the squad of team that I've got and just sort of see how far we do. And we'll try and get the Evercade series back, the Star Trek Online series back, Worst Games Ever series, and the Ridge Racer 6 series. And that, my friends, is the games we've been playing for this week on the episode 333 of the One Up Gaming Podcast. So please check that out. And if you're watching the podcast, stick around. We'll be back with this week's news.